Hey RGL fans, Anthole here. Just wanted to pop in real quick and say thank you all for the amazing support. We're almost at $1,500. A little shy of the goal, but that's alright. Every dollar helps to feed hungry children around the world, supporting families. Wanted to give a quick shout out to RSTGD, $5, saying let's go Vonnie. I think we already read that one. Sorry about that. ACDC Rock 79, $5 says put me in coach for the Switch, but even more so for the kids. Absolutely, $5 or more gets you entered into a raffle for multiple prizes, but our grand prize raffle of a Nintendo Switch, merch, and more. Barbara said donated $5, no message, but thank you very much. I'm not gonna read your whole name, but Ms. donated $29 with the message "Gradius Luck donation." Thank you, Ms. You're incredibly generous, bud. Very happy for you. Vincent TV 85, $10 with the message apparently missed this whole thing. Big Sag. Keep up the great work for a great cause. Thank you very much. We'll have it back up on YouTube. You can watch it all. Our YouTube is linked, or I think you could type in exclamation point YouTube. Stick around. We got Lyra coming up with Chrono Trigger, our last run. Sad, but we can still donate. Get those in. We'll be right back.
So, what are you gonna ask Santa for, iPhone?
I want Santa to give me all the AI stuff he got you.
Oh, well, actually...
Like Magic Editor, for removing and rearranging stuff in photos.
Yeah, but
Oh. Or best take or audio magic eraser.
iPhone.
You were so smart to ask for all that stuff last year. But this year, the big man is gonna hook me up.
iPhone.
What?
Santa didn't give me any of that stuff.
Are you joking?
Nope.
What? Then who gave it to you?
A bunch of Google engineers?
Can Santa give me a bunch of Google engineers?
Scooch a little to the left.
Okay.
No, your other.
I got it.
Perfect.
Cheese.
Hello, RGL. Welcome back to the wonderful wide world of traveling time and space. We've traveled 3 days now together. We've had a lot of smiles, a lot of fun, maybe a little salt here and there, but, you know, this is for the kids, most importantly. My name is Adelaide. I'm the Retro Gaming Idol. I'm known as Lyra on Twitch. It is wonderful to be part of the finale yet again for RGL, and I am here for the long haul with y'all tonight, so let's go ahead and get this started. A little bit on the flags. This is called Crab Sanity, which is basically all items for key items are mixed into the prize pools for all the treasure chests. Bosses can have something on them, they can have nothing on them. Also, the items, the reason why it's called Crab Sanity instead of just Chrono Sanity is there are tabs, which are items that boost your stats, meaning everything in the pool is one of those things. The only weapons I will have access to or armor will be located in shops or drops. Nothing else. So I only have my core stats to work with, so I've modified the tabs to be a compensation of power level instead of relying on gear. So look forward to some fun strategies, and thank you for the good luck. I appreciate that. Name Robo something other than trash. No, that's a channel meme. I can't change that. I have one character already named FTK23, so I can't change it to that. Or can I? No, he's named that because Team Dumpster Fire is something that I have named him and Luca. Stream volume low? This is what I normally have it set at. I can try to adjust it a little bit, but it's not going to go too much more without overpowering, so... That'll be about right. Okay, that's about as good as it gets me at. Volume seems fine. Okay, awesome. Alright, so... we have Dumpster Fire. Hey, that I like to see. So we have 2 healers in the pool, so I'll be scrapping Robo for whatever we get later. let's go ahead and get this grand journey started. I'll explain anything along the way. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I've been playing this game for, what, close to 30 years now, so I tend to know everything. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's jam. I am happy to see Frog. I am not happy to see Robo. So we're going to be wandering out of it. You are very welcome. And more importantly, thank you all for being here these past 3 days. Whether you've donated your time, your energy, even any extra income you might have lying around to a good cause, I'm happy you were here, and I'm happy you're going to be here tonight with me as well. So, about the first 45 seconds is just the opening cutscene. Everybody gets yeeted into a time portal, so let's go find people. So on these flags, I'm going to be starting off in 600 and 1000 AD, and it's my goal to try and find other ways of eventually moving towards one of 3 end goals, which will be either Magus's Castle, climbing Death Peak to Black Omen, which I don't want to see, or we will be going through 12,000 BC to the Ocean Palace, which is, yes, it's 100% a randomizer. And who do we got here? That's unfortunate. We're only going to be seeing her if we have Mazamune built, so... Not what I'm a fan of. I'm usually a team of Team Icewater, so... I might consider grabbing her. As I mentioned, it's only going to be stuff in shops, so I've actually made shops free for myself to give myself a good chance. And to minimize the amount of menuing I have to do. Because we want to focus on the gameplay, not the menuing. Frenzy bands are amazing, 90% counter rate. Grab 7 of everything because that's how many characters you have total in the game. This is 600 AD, so there's actually a tab right here. You mean best girl, right, Miz? Yeah. I forgot there was a shop over. Yeah, there is. Yep, 90% counter. It was adjusted from, I think it was 80% in the vanilla version. Heals are amazing. Grab one of those, grab that. Best girl is Ayla. Best punchy girl is Ayla, I guess. She's best at something. I'm just kidding though, I do enjoy Ayla, and if I see her, I will use her. The first 10 minutes or so of the run is roughly me going through every shop I can to prepare for the rest of the game. Let's grab one of everything for now. But everyone's got their favorites, you know? Before we go into the first dungeon, which will be Cathedral, to find out what our next character is, I'm gonna run to 1000 and get our first item checks out of the way. Mayor's Manage is going to be our first couple of boxes right here for free. Well, excluding the ones in Frog's house. As I mentioned, the tab status are a lot higher to compensate for the fact I want to get going in a couple hours and not do a whole ton of menuing. Magic ring for... no. Usually there's a key item there in the normal flags for the randomizer, but this is Crab Sanity, so it's not guaranteed that anything is going to be good in there. Lumen robes are one of the best things for women. Plasmagon. Our first actual normal key item check will actually be right here. We go talk to the carpenter's wife, who is advocating for things that we do not condone. This guy is completely drunk on soda. Hopefully it's diet, so he's not overloading his sugar system. But he's going to let us borrow his tools for a little bit. And we're going to return them back home for our first item, which hopefully is something good. Remember, this is not guaranteed to be an item, it's guaranteed to be something, though. Grand Leon, oh wow. Okay, yeah. Frog for the win. Let's go. Grand Leon is a randomizer exclusive thing that basically turns Frog into a god. See, I have no reason to even keep Trash Can around after those. Oh yeah. Basically the Grand Leon is what they turned the Mazamune into. We're gonna grab one of the rare speed tabs right here behind West Cape. Speed tabs cap out at 16 stats. It's the lowest capping thing, but at 16 you get some nice speedy zoom powers in combat, and that's what we're going to need for later on. That's why you don't remember it correct, yes. It's a randomizer only thing. Barriers are really good for endgame. Mid-ethers are amazing. Milkwire is loaded, holy crap. Magic seals are fine, I guess. Don't need that. And we don't need Demon Hit either because we have Grand Leon. That's just going to clog our inventory. One of our first actual fights is going to be here at the market, where we just want to buy stuff from people, and they're going to attack us for no reason. So let's just bonk them. And watch on. Neat. Cure Beam first. Okay, yeah, Styra's got AoE heal first, so that's definitely our best friend though. Yeah. Love is good, hate is bad. Speed belts. Okay, I'll clog my inventory with that crap. There's a lot of full tonics, which is greatly appreciated. We're gonna run in here for a couple more tabs, including one speed tab. And one magic tab up here. Magic and power tabs we're going to cap out on pretty early. Speed tabs are kind of rare because they're usually fixed spawns. But remember, as I mentioned previously, every box can be a key item as well as a tab, so that's why I'm checking things that are out of the way. Like, otherwise we could be here a lot longer than we normally would. Hi, kitty. I have a special surprise for you at the end of the seed, so stay tuned, see if you can last all night with me. I would greatly appreciate being able to talk to you guys all night. Stone Arm Junk. And like, you can always buy revives and shelters at Melfire and Fair, so don't worry about being unable to buy those core things. A couple more shops right here. Ethers. Berserkers are alright for later, actually. Disrupts, no. Dark Nail, sure. Nope. Yep, special surprise. Only if you guys can last the whole night, then. Any sort of elemental absorb gear, even if it's something not used too often, like Shadow, is nice. We would preferably love to see fire and water, but take what you can get for now. Alright. Guardia Forest 1000. I did not mean to take this fight. Oh well. I was about to stick around. It's okay. A little bit more XP than I'm used to, but whatever. Every enemy will get you both XP and tech points used to learning your next techniques or magic. Those are completely randomized, but not between characters, so everyone will have their vanilla magic and tech pools, rather. It's just what I get first is completely random. As you saw, Cure Beam is pretty standard on Robo, but Heal is kind of far down the list. I meant to just come in here and grab that, but, you know. Mushroom's gonna mushroom, I guess. And we just threw them into Kirby's cooking pot. Alright, now we're finally ready to progress onwards. If you are playing with normal flags, I'm going to show you guys a little early game trick to help you along here. Normally you would take this fight instead of the mushroom fight because Rolly Riders are worth way more tech points overall. So I'll take one of these fights as well. You can exit out the top and then exit back in for some really good early game farming. Do note this spot despawns after this dungeon, so I will show you the next grind spot if that is the case and you need to grind later on before you get access to other time zones. Shock here too. You can bug the Killwalla for a shelter, which will restore all of your health and mana at every save point. That is also something that respawns whenever you leave the area, so you can always bug Killwalla for more if you are short on money for shelters. Over time it becomes less of a thing, but early game if you're struggling, there you go. As I mentioned, we're about the first 10 minutes doing item gathering and stuff like that, so where we're at right now is not a surprise. Definitely saving out here, because there are some instances of rare soft locking in this dungeon. We can totally use a place to rest. You're so nice to us. Oh, never mind, you're bursting into fire. Oh. Your best friend, the Lamia. Okay. Sure. Friendly on. They lowered the MP cost of Shock to be more early game friendly. So, you know, it's a good thing. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that kind of damage early, so the game just kind of melts down. So our third character for this dungeon is going to be... Hey! Debatable best girl. I prefer having 2 magic users and 1 physical user in party. Ayla is definitely going to be our physical user, so we're just trying to find a second magic user. Shock is nice, but I don't want to rely on it all the time. We're going to find one more character after we finish this dungeon. That's going to be our party for a while, based on who we have now. Let's continue on. Get these. That would be my preferred party. Team Icewater and then Ayla along for the ride. We're gonna see who's actually in the castle though. No, I'm not. I might keep him around for longer than expected because he rolled Shock early, but I'm not gonna keep him endgame probably. It all depends on what key items we find though, which right now I have nothing. Kind of a weird starting party though. Oh, wait, I have saved battle cursor on, that's why I mismenued like that. Now, if you manage to find Robo's ribbon, which is technically either in a box or an actual boss trap, it makes Robo really, really viable for endgame. It's really, really good. They buffed it from being complete trash in vanilla to something that's really awesome. It lets you see enemy HP stats at all times. It buffs your speed on Robo by 3, I believe it is, and then you get a little bit more attack power, I think, out of it. Something like that. Some other stats. So she learned her heal tech first, which is kind of odd. What else she have? Dino Tail, gross. Dino Tail's alright in a couple spots in this game. I don't ever use it. I'm gonna say that, and then I'll probably use it on Elevator if I'm low enough health, because Elevator sucks. Those who know, for sure. Don't touch those or you get started into a second fight, but this first fight you have to take. Similar to a pass, spin, and press your luck, you must take this fight. For all you retro fans out there who grew up like I did with Peter Tamarkin and Michael Larson. Big bucks? No whammy, stop. Elizabeth Banks. That is true. I think she does an okay job of it, but no, I miss Peter Tamarkin a lot. We're gonna save it this one because there's a certain person in my friend circle who has soft locked multiple times in this particular room, and I'm not gonna name who that is, but they know who they are if they watch this VOD. They would not be watching the actual live because they are asleep for work right now. It has something to do with the spike room in the middle. I don't know exactly how he manages to do it, but... Chug? Which is why you're gonna see me pop right here and save again. I don't know how to... Oh, I forgot to press the switch. I'm an idiot. Okay, that's like a second or two time loss, whatever. But you press this left switch right here. There you go. But now since I did that, I can go ahead and climb back up on this side and actually save that time back I just lost. Except, you know, the first staircase turns into a ramp, so I'm completely kidding you all. Sorry. You are completely right, Miz. I will 100% not argue with you in any way or defy that reasoning. So all my first power tabs for Ayla for power are going to her. All my magic tabs probably going to Frog first, but leveling up Shock would be actually not a bad idea right now. But that would involve investing in Robo, who I don't want to use late game if I can help it. Alright, now we can get this fight. I mean, Gygas's boss fight is like one of the best boss fight musics in like all of history. You know what? They lowered the MP cost in this game for a reason. They used to cost 20 in vanilla, now it's only 12. There are some other mana cost adjustments for various other spells in the pool, so... we're gonna worry about that when we get to it. Since we have Ayla early though, and she scales completely off stats and not really off anything until you get Bronze Fist like New Game Plus, we're gonna dump all our power tabs into her right now, otherwise she is pretty ineffectual for a while. No idea what I'm gonna do with these. As I mentioned, the tabs are buffed because we're not gonna be finding that many speed tabs, for example. Lemon robes. Frenzy band as well. Thank god that's Sushi and Minty. Yeah, she'll be maxing out power first for sure. Then we'll see how many power tabs we have left over. I did not mean to take that fight. It's okay, we're a little bit behind on our split right here, but you know, it's okay. It's okay, we're here to feed the kids. We're here to save all of time. And there's even something special I have for you guys at the end of the seeds. Save Battle Cursor is both a blessing and a curse. I probably could have just punched him to that. Yep, this is the last run, but this is going to be a pretty long run, so feel free to stick around with us for the rest of the night. And feel free to check out our VODs for this, probably in about a week or so. It's usually about the turnaround time for that. Zero miss with Thomas the Tank Engine. This is an FF4 though. Whether you're able to give a little bit, give a lot, or just give your time and love, we definitely appreciate you being here tonight. Hi, Nizbel. Nizbel is physical resistance, so kind of a pain in the butt to get early, honestly. So we're actually going to have to rely on Chalk here to kill this thing. It's time to feed you ethers. Oh no. And just feed ethers to the wrong person. Oh, it's only for 300, okay. This is fine. This is totally fine. This is always high energy, and I appreciate that. Amazing. Kind of like Vegeta. He died already. Thank you. So I have the cosmetic flag for reducing flashes on. It doesn't get rid of everything as I remember, but it gets rid of most instances of it, so the game is a lot more friendly on your eyes. That is something they added in a lot later, and I appreciate that for sure. It's almost as if I'm some sort of elf. Oh wait, that's next weekend. Alright, let's get out of this dump. Real Chancellor, guess what? I don't believe you. Because why would you be stuffed in a box? Remember to stay hydrated, friends. This is gonna be a long night, more or less. We're gonna climb each of these towers, grab chests, because as I mentioned, key items are mixed into some of these chests and they can actually give you some early go modes, like I've had almost pop. That opens a dungeon in 600. And some more boxes to work through. You can have seeds like we've had in the past where you get go mode in like 10 minutes. It's usually Black Omen because the game likes to troll you, but criminal justice system and then completely ignore it, yes. Because this was like old school times when trials and punishments were a lot more severe. Oh, dumpster fire. Shame I'm not using you. Actually, you know what? Team dumpster fire. What am I gonna do with you? This creates quite a problem. It's not one of my go-to teams, but Luca Robo is actually extremely strong. I just meme on them, basically. I guess I should see what the heck our texts are right now. Okay. Hypno Wave early is unfortunate. It's only useful in like one instance. Alright. So that's the end of that dungeon. We have the most non-optimal setup for me, pretty much. The only thing that would be worse would be having Magus or Chrono. What am I gonna do first? Go check a couple treasure chests over here. That is completely correct. 600 AD. Back in medieval times. There were no utensils in medieval times, therefore there are no utensils at medieval times. Can I get a refill on your Pepsi? Curious to see if you know that reference. It's my go-to whenever I think of games or instances from way back in that day. I just ran right past it. I don't know who I'm going to use. This is... Yes, the entertainment restaurant. That's the joke. But there's a specific movie behind that particular quote. You must talk to this guard in order to get the next cutscene for going on to the next boss fight. No, it is not Oppenheimer. It's older than that. Much older. Even though Oppenheimer is based on old times. So, talk to the chef, who is brothers with the night captain, and wait for him to get yelled at. Once you see that, you can leave and move on to your next boss fight. Couple items there, none of them are key items. Unfortunate. If you're playing this in multi-world, which is currently in beta, you will not see what's given into you until after you finish this boss fight in this section. I also have the cosmetic flags on for different musics in, I say musics, but different songs in various places that aren't normally used. Which is in the cosmetics section after you generate your seed for randomizer. And this song is epic, and why it's not in the original game, I don't know. It's in the coding though, so use it. Yep. Cable Guy is indeed one of the most awesome movies. Very dark movie though, but I'm not going to spoil anything that, but Janine Garofalo was actually really funny when she said that, and I always remembered it. Block Ozzy a couple times, and move on with your day. You can also magic these things down if you want, if you have AoE, but... It looks like the new version of the randomizer lowered the amount of times you have to bonk Ozzy to progress through this from 3 in vanilla or older versions to 2. So, they sped this up a little bit. That is not something you want to see all that early. Absolutely not. Oh dear. Dalton is transcending time instead of flying up in a jet. I can deal with that. That's not a problem. Okay, that does way less damage because it's an early boss, thankfully. And we have counters which aren't going to get countered by him, so that's extra free damage. That's a shadow attack, but I guess they treat it as non-elemental now. Okay. That works, I guess. See, Frog with only like 5 magic tabs is already AoEing for like, what, 1200 HP? It's great. Bye, Dalton. I like that sound effect at the end of that. Amulets are nice because they protect against status. You preferably want the prism helmets instead because accessories are better used for other things, but amulets are nice. take that book you found in the cathedral. Check this right here. Talk to this old fart who wants your book all of a sudden. And trade the book. What you get for it is really nice. Magic speed and power tab set. Great. Fiona's house has a couple of tabs, that's fine. I'm not sure where I want to go right now, unfortunately. Options kind of suck. A lot. Please enjoy your Brahma, I guess. The sad part is, I honestly think I want to keep Robo instead of Ayla, or not Ayla, but Luca. So I think we're going to keep him around for a little bit. Not my best go-to choice, but we're gonna work with what we got, you know? 'Cause that's how the game works. Reading is for nerds. And we're already capped out on strength for you, so I guess we're gonna give it to you. I don't feel bad giving power tabs away like that, because they're really free-flowing in these flags, as opposed to actual gear. We'll actually have that do some damage. If you have water magic, it's great in here. If you don't, Sunken Desert's kind of a little bit annoying, but we have Robo who's hopped up on a lot of magic tabs, so I guess we're just gonna shock everything. Reading is good for you. And you know what else is good for you? Feeding the kids. Which is the reason why we're here this weekend. That was a nice crit. Like 700 already. So Sunken Desert is full of a bunch of fights like this, all in the first room except for the boss fight downstairs. This is a really good spot for tech points early on. It's gonna red ring, just like the old Xbox 360 hard drives, right? I owned a 360 for many, many years. It only ever red ringed on me once. And it was because the actual hard drive wasn't in all the way. I pushed it a little bit further, turned it back on, never did it again. So I guess I was one of the luckier ones that actually didn't have that problem. Red Ring Rico. That's funny. PSO is a game that is wonderful and more people should play it, but it also is a massive, massive use of your hard drive space if you're playing the more recent version. If you're playing an older version, it's very friendly, and very, very comfy dungeon dives with your friends. There exist servers for that still, thankfully. Heal Beam's a thing. So we have Team White Mage apparently now. So I'm not used to it, but I think I will keep this party, honestly. By the time we get Marley, if we do get her at all, she's not going to be, like, super over the moon good. I'm probably not going to remember too much where mid-ethers are, so that's why I'm choosing to spam early regular ethers instead. It's a very grindy dungeon, but we're almost done cleaning it out. .360 was a great system. It came with so many good shmups and arcade games that everybody should give it a chance if they can. And even so, like, the Series X and the Series S did an amazing job with actual backwards compatibility. Most stuff works with Series X, so if you're able to find one this holiday season, definitely consider it. It is something I had a fair use of in the past year. Not in the past couple months specifically, but definitely a lot in the past year. I don't turn anything on my bedroom on in summer, it's too warm for that. We can get 3 uses, I think. 360 arcade is excellent, correct? This should be the last fight we have upstairs. Should be. Sometimes there's one like right there, but I think we already took care of it. So, a bunch of treasure chests down here. We're gonna check them all, but there's gonna be a boss fight in one of them. We just have to push on. Xbox Live Arcade is actually one of the better free or like low price options too. Okay, Hecarim's pretty free, but we don't have super ton of magic options right now. And you're just gonna sit there and look cool, basically. Oh wait, Tailspin actually works. They modified Tailspin to be a single target shadow elemental in this, so it's not complete garbage. And it also makes Fire Whirl, if you're using Luca, really, really good trash clear. The Tailspin in the original was also like column based, so you had to line up your shots for that, and it wasn't any good, so they changed that to make it good. Disney Afternoon. Yeah? Speaking of that, that's on sale on Steam right now, but then again, most things that aren't Square Enix titles are on sale, so after you're done helping feed the kids after this marathon's over for the weekend, please feel free to grab yourself some really cheap gaming and join us next weekend. Have some fun. Well, actually join us on the server anyways, because we have fun all times of the week, so if you want to toss that link in chat, definitely be appreciated. Hecarim's down. The desert is saved. We have Robo, so we can actually go do that check right now. Robo tackle early is pretty nice. And Bubble Snap's not a bad tech. Discord link for RGL's wonderful community. Hey, speed tab and lock. Nice. Thank you, Myth. Appreciate that. We are here with content usually Monday through Friday, and weekends we have stuff going on like this fairly often too, so if you love retro games, and why not, because you're here already, you might as well come join us, right? I'm gonna stop at the end to heal a little bit faster. Speed tabs and boxes are pretty rare, so it's definitely appreciated. Now, I bet you want to see something fun, right? Time to create a time paradox. We have freed the desert from being destroyed by the, quote, Sand Eater, or Ant Lion, which was what Hecarim was. But it's not going to be done until Robo jumps into the field for 400 years. Lots of arcade goodness. plenty of stuff on Steam that is also arcade goodness is on sale. Tiny 10. Ooh, that's another one thing going up. This right here, people usually skip this, but this is a shop too. And there's an okay shop this time around. It has Lapis in it, so it's pretty decent AoE heal, but we have 2 healers in the party, so a little bit less effective this scene. Yeah, we have lots of goodies coming up, so stick with us all season long. But yeah, we've pulled ourselves out of our 400-year slumber. Here's your time paradox, friends. Oh, I can't wait for Secret Santa. Last year's was a lot of fun, even if I didn't get a chance to play too much of it after the event was over. I still enjoyed it a lot. A couple treasure chests in here most people skip as well, but in this category they can be something as well. I love flags that make you value exploration instead of just straight speed. Because you never know what you're going to get in these boxes. Speed tabs are rare, key items can happen anytime. We can actually go here to 1000 Castle and check these as well. We don't have the pendant or prism shell or any of that, so we can't do any of the events in here, so we can just push on through after we check these treasure chests. I'll take breaks every once in a while to make sure that I use all these power tabs and stuff up, because we've already capped Ayla out, but we can start capping other people out too. Yep. My favorite. Exploration over speed. Alright, so this was technically a boss, but no big deal. We have one more chest that we can't check right now, though. In vanilla, this isn't available right away when you come in here, because obviously you're getting chased out of the place, but this check is available early right here, right now. This whole soundtrack is incredible, though, so definitely give a little purchase if you can to your favorite music platform and hook that up too. We're gonna go ahead and jump into Hecarim Cave here. The enemies in here are physical resistant, but you know, we actually have ways of dealing with that now. In the form of a trash can spewing out lightning everywhere. Crits bypass defense, so that's how you're getting big numbers early. It feels really good to do it. Number go up indeed. We're gonna grab the... There we go. Now we don't need speed tabs anymore. Great. That's why I modified those flags, because speed tabs are pretty darn rare. Finding them in treasure boxes is very rare, honestly. Plenty of time watching shock animation to grab yourself something to drink. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Team Trash Can actually putting in work. Who knew? Flex. Yeah, all these box checks are going to have fights attached to them. We want to remember later on that there is one check we cannot do in here, which does require a pendant to do, which is another 2 items that come out of that box. So, something to come back for later. I like holding this dungeon off until I get the pendant, but pendant can be in a box, so who knows when I'm getting that. I probably should have ethered, but I can do that right now. Fine. It's fine, don't worry. You got this. Yeah, this is a really good early game source of tech points for learning magic. I have unlocked Magic On already, so don't have to worry about losing out on all the free XP and ability points that you can get in here. Gonna run through all those ethers real quick. Jeez. Feed the beast! Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Temporites for sure. Those things will only take like 200-300 by the time you get here with vanilla. Thank you. Good RGL bot. Appreciate you. Yeah, Robo is good this seed after you max his magic stat out. Which I don't think is even fully maxed out yet, actually. And more importantly, he's bypassed his core problem, which is starting with an 8 speed. Because we found speed tabs early. So he's actually able to hard carry this seed. $28 on something that's physical resistant like that is actually pretty good too. Bats don't have that much HP, so a couple of counters could actually kill one. But still can 1700 damage apiece. Still no dual text though, which is a little bit unfortunate. There's only one more fight in here before the boss and the save points. We're only going to use one ether here. A little bit of saving for later, as we like to do. Yeah, gin bottles are like heavily physically resistant. Aqua blushes not so much. We got all the heal tags early. This seed is weird. Run through here. We're gonna pop a shelter here for this boss fight. We're gonna save here. You can potentially soft lock yourself. At least the older versions had that problem once you leave this place. Hi, Golem Boss. Hydrate break, boss. Okay, charm yet? No, I don't. Never mind. This game does let you have some free bathroom breaks every once in a while. The cutscene leaving Tyranno layer in 65 million is pretty long, where you can get away with doing that. Golem bosses. At least a good minute, you can just go potty if you need to. This isn't as friendly as Earthbound in terms of your time and being able to make a sandwich or whatever, but hey, this game has this moment. Have a nice day, Golden Boss. Do I really have to beat you up? Shame on you. Just go away already. You silly, silly giant thing. You hate heights. Well, maybe you shouldn't hold up in a cave where we can throw you around in it. You know? Triple kick early is pretty nice, but it's very mana intensive, so we're gonna save that for bosses for sure. Alright, so you can soft lock here, hopefully not. Okay, we're good. Sometimes if you just freeze on top of the whirlpool, you can actually, I've heard you can save on top of it and then reset after. Mega Blast, that's a Luca weapon, who we're not using, so drunk. Kitty is hungry. But thankfully we raised over $1,400 this marathon, so the kids aren't gonna go hungry. That makes me happy. It makes everybody else who's been in this marathon in any way, shape, or form happy. So definitely thank you all for being here tonight and being here for the rest of the weekend as well. I'm gonna go to 600 and go through Giant's Claw, which is actually kind of dumb because I should have thrown Thomas Pop on the grave at 1,000 instead. So that was kind of a wasted warp. It's fine though. Once you have Thomas Pop, you just come over here, crack open the can, throw it all over the gravestone because, you know, that's things you shouldn't do in real life. But we're trying to save the world in all time here, so it's okay in this instance. And he has not seen trash in a long time. That's a good thing. They're keeping his gravesite clean. There aren't many beasts about, but fortunately we can skip a lot of those fights. If we were a Riot a minute, we would be playing League. Now that we've done the Thomas Pop, we can go ahead and go back to 600 and go inside this wonderful little island right here he just pointed to us. When the game wants to allow us to, anyway. Welcome to Giant's Claw. This place is pretty free. You can skip a bunch of the stuff in here. These two treasure chests are not going to respawn if you come back here in 65 million, because this is technically the Reptite layer. You can skip this fight if you want to, but it's early XP. It's early XP and we're one-shotting everything, so, you know, it's okay. Casual 7,000 damage, no problem. Load helms are actually a kind of nice drop, so go ahead and take advantage of that. Music looping a little bit strangely though. I'm thinking this is a different area, my apologies. Usually you skip that if you're running through in any other category. Lizardactyls will just eat lightning. No problem. If you have a high enough magic stat, though, you can just one-shot them without any sort of shenanigans like I'm doing, except for the fact that all heals. So just resort to mocking them instead. Most of the seed will eat lightning. Except apparently they absorb shadow, which is unfortunate. Slash non-elemental. They all targeted with the counterattack for confusion though on the same character, so we're actually kind of just chilling here. Wow, okay, I'm glad I came in here. Gate key opens up 65 million for us. It's almost as if when you go into a randomizer and actually get one key item per progression, you should totally be linear and follow it, right? Yeah, great idea. I believe it's the right one. It's not. You can also leave, go back in, and then just deal with this and counter stuff that way. But there's another check behind this goal right here. Maybe he'll counter. Good can. It's been a while since I've been in Giant's Claw, so I kind of just casually forgot that particular switch. It's fine, though. Couple of checks right here, one of which is a vanilla tab. I'm gonna skip these encounters by blocking that specific path right there. If you walk in the middle of it, you're gonna encounter both. That is a rock in vanilla, but it's randomized as to which one it is, which is something that will enable your triple tech attacks. I don't remember what each one of them does because I literally never use them, so shrug. That chest is hidden and it can troll you, so make sure you check it if you're playing with flags like those. In regular rando though, it's not as valuable. Alright, we're going to take this fight actually because we don't want to deal with it again on the way back. I'm gonna get rid of the fossilate first. $630 on a counter is actually pretty good. I like that. Alright. Okay, sure, you can just go ahead and fight us again, I guess. And just prove me wrong. Shame on you, game. We're gonna take the XP early, so it's fine. Yeah, thankfully we don't have to take the right one twice. Better than nothing, I guess. Make sure you heal like if you're below 100 right now. You have enough defense to actually deal with this, though. Mid tonics are fine to just spam. We're not going to run out of those because we have fulls. We're not seeing him again. Remember those berserkers I told you about earlier? It's a great use for them. Berserkers will make it to where you don't have to actually menu to do auto attacks. And these things will give you a ton of different tech points if you kill them, so... We might run into these later, but these two are guaranteed here, so let the game play itself for a bit and drink some water. Or get lucky and hit on the first try, one of the two. Oh, can you let me hydrate? Thanks. 1030 crit is really spicy. After you're done with those, switch back to your frenzies. Drop down. Love for you is like a chuck. Because we got through that, we didn't have to deal with that fight again. And that's if you ever want to come back in here for any reason. Or if you like are struggling and have to come back in here, having to leave. That is a classic quote, and I appreciate that you used that. That was funny. That was an excellent trilogy. I'm happy it ended the way it did. These are why you do not want Berserkers on. Okay, so we don't have Charm still, so we're just gonna toss Ayla at things. We are not going to shock here, because shocking would be an extremely bad idea. I'm going to kill 2 of these. If you kill the third one, bad things happen. So don't do that. Lasers like that are shadow damage. That is a universally used animation for that, so that's how you know when it's coming. Welcome, yeah, that's definitely a thing in the past. Giant's Claw exists, and it is a pinnacle of modern technology in that age. Nothing here, which is unfortunate, but we got the gate key out of here, so that's more important. How many floppy disks she's sitting on? Alright, so that'll be useful for later, potentially. Our only options right now, though, are to go back to 1000. Go to the end of time real quick. And then take a portal, which I'm actually gonna go do because it's another shop chat. I mean, the rainbow beam was actually pretty strong, so why not duplicate it, right? Thankfully, it's only 1 instance of damage. This is how you get back to everything in vanilla. Now, when you go into the gate key the first time, into 65 million, it's going to perk your airship there, so you're going to need to go back there and get it. So we're going to save up here, though. We don't need to do Specchio because we have unlocked magic, so we're just going to pass that. This one? Yep. Windows 11. Oh dear. I've heard that thing is an abomination. Kinda like how Windows 8 was when 7 was still in its prime. Welcome to Earthbound Island. We're gonna shop check in here. I am not going to come through Mount Woe unless I have to. Barriers are nice. More ether, sure. Wall rings can be useful for later. Water defense is great. Shadow defense is also good. More power for Robo is great. Not bad. Wait, I said I wasn't going through here. Wait. I'm still using Windows 10, and before that I was using 7 and XP, so I only upgrade every couple of generations myself. Unless I'm forced to. But at least they're offering 11 for free right now. Alright, now we're gonna go grab our airship back. We know for a fact that Marley is at Frog's house, which means I do not care who's at Dactyl's nest at all, or Factory. Because I don't want to use either of those characters at all. In the words of Kung Pao, enter the fist. That's a lot of nuts. Full ethers are very nice drops, though. Great, got our airship back. We're gonna rest our MP here. You can use this at pretty much any point in the randomizer. It doesn't get taken away like it does in vanilla. Gonna shop check here. Trade my shiny stone. Wait, I want shields. Give me those. Play this. Lightning defense is alright. Yeah, the Mega Blaster. We have no real good fire defense, which is sad, but it is what it is. Gonna park right here. Forest Maze is gonna be the longest dungeon out of everything we do. Because we have to go back through it and we cannot run around it, which is awkward at best. But to be perfectly honest, if I can run from a fight in here, I'm going to do it. Because these fights are awful. Apple strudel is tasty. I recommend. Found the jerky. That's a check, I guess. Jerky. I feel like I'm missing something. And this is the one mode you do not want to miss something on. No, okay, we're good. Oh, yeah, we are missing something. So this game is tile-based as far as the encounters go for a lot of things. That's why you're seeing me run the way I am, where I'm avoiding as much as I possibly can. Some things are unavoidable, though. So it might look weird, but trust me, I'm trying to save time from not taking a whole ton of encounters. There's not one there. I went too far left. Fine. Pies. That's a long way away, though. It's kind of interesting to see McDonald's open that late. Most of them I know of open at like 4 or stay open for 24 hours. There's not one there, it's right here. It's like the Sandlot meme, right? Where you're just going, you're gonna be on Windows 11 forever. So now we gotta run backwards through everything we just did because our airship is not gonna spawn on this side. We have to play back. Yep, forever. Yeah, nothing new to talk about, just literally running backwards through everything we just did. Did I just climb up here through that? That was over here. I actually just learned about that branch, so that's actually new to me after all this time. It might have been added, or it may have just been vanilla and I never knew about it, but that shortcut was welcome. Welcome to Reptite Layer. This place is pretty chill. We're gonna wait for one of these to drop down, hopefully in a corner, before we move on, because that's an extra couple item boxes we can check. The randomized item boxes here are not going to be important checks. They're going to be regular ones, but why not get free stuff while you're waiting, right? And there's no reason to do these drops more than once. So he didn't spawn in a good enough direction for me to actually take advantage of that, so, you know, that's what it is. But that's why these aren't considered important checks at all. And I'm glad the devs actually made it to where you didn't have to jump down these randomized, constantly looking for key items. Vanilla behavior, you have to take these fights going downwards. Even if there's, like, you not touching them, you still have to take them. So just bonk things a lot. This is mostly a, like, an actual test of strength. Now I don't have to one-turn it. Fine. That is not a lot of XP at all. Gross. Wasted fight. So once you have gone through 2 of those, you can literally just go through this room full of reptites who are running around seemingly erratically, but feels like there's a pattern to them. Just kind of don't touch them or you get in fights. We're going to quickly run up through that because otherwise we have to take a fight there. And one there as well. This one we have to take though. But you can actually run away from this one if you want to. So I'm just going to blow it up instead. Alright, so next boss coming up. Let's see if it's Vanilla Nizbel. That would actually be pretty funny. Still get the vanilla stomping, but it is the Queen of Booty. It was about to kick me in the face. And then turn into a lightning rod. The game doesn't exactly expect you to be this powerful, so, you know, fights would take a little bit longer, but it's fine. And we had to come here. Wow. So our pendant opens up a whole bunch of things we need to go do. Lightning Rod is super effective. Alright, so basically take who you want to use in this first slot and move them upwards. Preferably someone that's better at auto attacks, or counters in this case. And talk to you. I am a suspect of a theft, but you know what? We didn't steal anything, so... fraudulent trial. This is a very linear seed, I'm noticing. Because the Giant's Claw led to that, and then, you know, it's kind of went from there. Forest Maze can surprise you, but I am thankful it wasn't anything critical, because I probably would have been like, oh my god, Forest Maze was actually loaded. Alright, so welcome to prison. You have the option here of waiting 3 in-game days, which is a whole bunch of time, but who the heck has time for that? We're going to make a ruckus, like it's the Blues Brothers. Let me out, ow. No, this is what you get for misbehaving. Alright, so this is our prison escape sequence. We are going to do item checks in here, which I don't believe would be considered critical logic checks. That may be an important item, because you cannot come back in here once you finish this dungeon. We are, however, going to do things that are getting us extra loot. Because everybody loves free stuff, right? Alright, so you get an Omniscient right here who is thinking we're escaping. And you know what? We are. Call him an Omniscient. I'm thinking of Final Fantasy V. Omnicron. Whatever you do here, do not go through this text box, because you can just run past them. That saves you a couple seconds from him running through there and blocking the doorway. This is about pixel perfect. Okay. There's nothing to the left right there. The left is just more prison cells that you're going to come across in a little bit when we're doing checks to finish up. Alright, so you get the surprise face and bunk. Not having to do these fights is nice. Do your best to try and skip time. You get mid-tonics for everyone you bonk, or you get fights. If there's something that actually... Hashtag save Fritz. If there's something you like that's getting dropped from the guards, item-wise, feel free to just fight them all, but they're not dropping it. Bye, Fritz. We don't have Chrono, so we're not going to actually go back there, but you know what? I'm nice. I'm not going to leave him there. As you can tell, I'm a save the animals kind of person in Metroid, so... A little bit too far to the left there. Alright, going across this bridge here, nothing here. This right here is going to be the fruits of your labor as far as checks go. There's one right here. And you couldn't get to the ones downstairs in the previous floor. There you go. No shield fights. Yay. I always forget this one is open by default. So used to opening doors. But wander through here, and you're gonna get access to the back half of those ones you couldn't access on the previous floor. Which is gonna get you a couple more checks right here. Up we go. So these are little things you wouldn't really see in a vanilla run of Chrono Trigger, but it's okay, because we're here to show off all the stuff that we wouldn't normally see. And we're doing it for a good cause, so if you like what you see here and the rest of the weekend, please definitely drop RGL a follow. They are wonderful, wonderful people. And we are here for you with content the majority of the week every week, so definitely happy to have you here. If you're able to give a little bit extra for this wonderful marathon benefiting Random Acts, please feel free to consider donating by typing !donate and following that link. And if you want to leave a comment in your donation, I'll be happy to read it, as long as it is family friendly and happy. Oh, thanks for the bit, Magius. We definitely appreciate having you here this wonderful weekend. This has been a crazy shopping weekend, so I'm definitely thankful you're all still up here this late at night, because it is currently 12:30 in the morning for me using standard. Why did I read this? Using standard time. I'm used to you doing military time, so it would just be 23 for me. I meant to talk to him, who vanilla gives you 5 mid tonics. Alright. There has to be at least one is this randomized check somewhere for bosses, right? I think this is Dragon Tank. It is Dragon Tank! Well, nailed it. Nah, we're already full on mid-tonics. We found them in the shops earlier, but I want to show that off for any people that want to learn the game for vanilla. Kill the head first, because the head will heal things. The wheels will go round and round and run you over, so that's your next target afterwards. I told you this is the reason randomized boss. I have boss shuffle on, so, you know, I had to call my shots, right? This boss will absorb, I believe it's fire and lightning vanilla, so you have to just block it with physical attacks and like cyclone and stuff like that if you're playing vanilla. And look, it's just kind of useless that fight. Last treasure chest here. This dungeon is cleared out up until if and when we get the other items to actually go back in there for. Yep, the game wants you to get good and auto it out. Except you still want to cycle on the wheels, because the wheels do a lot of damage when you get run over. So we've done all our prison checks. We have the dragon tank off my check right there. Your pendant is now activated, so you can start going through sealed doors and sealed chests like the ones that were actually in Hero Metal as a that were in various places like, oh, I don't know, Hecarim Cave, for example. And also the other Guardia Castle checks, which have sealed checks as well. We're actually going to poke our heads through some of those real quick. It may be little money, but it is not little food. It is big food, big hearts here at RGL for this wonderful event. Grab another shelter here. See what this is. Yeah, little known facts, you can actually go back through that portal. You don't have to go through the front of the dungeon over again. You get to skip a little bit by doing that. The enemies do not respawn here, so yay. Save yourself some time. You don't have to call the general even. Our first sealed chest check, which is... What in the world? It's nothing. Are we capped on magic now? Yeah, we're gonna go back to that as well, actually. It opens up the frog house check specifically. You can do Denatoro without having hero metal. I just haven't gone that way yet. Alright, so that was our first check there. I need to look at True Sin. Extra power tabs are nice. Extra power tabs are nice because this party can all use physical attacks as opposed to my usual actual setups. We're gonna grab the chest out of here, which is much easier to access this time. So, just in case Ayla gets hard stuck behind a fight that's physical resistant again, having magic tabs on her will let her use Tailspin for big amounts of damage. Hey, guess what? They don't remember that we were just here escaping prison. They are just chilling now. Speed tabs are sadly no longer relevant unless we get another character for some reason. Actually, it should be this spring. Next one. It's just the one. I thought there was two for some reason. Silly me. But yeah, we're not gonna get arrested again. Yay! We have jerky, so we can actually go turn that on right now as well. Which is something we don't normally have. Jerky is a very rare drop, it feels like, in most modern logic seeds for CT. You are auto-forced to give it away for free. You cannot turn it in for money because it's considered something that's logical and will blow up the seed pretty much. If you actually sell it for money like you can in vanilla. I don't think I touched anything, but okay, sure, bye. Jerky does defy all logic because, you know, it's something you should just snap into a Slim Jim with. That's not actually the mouse move, usually. Red Fest. Okay, so that wasn't worth. Definitely want to save every so often if you're planning on doing any checks that you feel like resetting out of if you don't get what you want. I don't do that very often, so that's why you don't see me saving like constantly before doing it. Mayor's house. The mayor is very generous and kind-hearted to people because we were... I don't want that. Ew. Because we were so generous, 680, everything is just all happy cozy here instead of the mayor being a Greedalox. And if you know what the term Greedalox is from, cheers to you because you are instantly now my friend. So nothing there. We have nothing else in the entirety of 1000 except for this check left. If you want to call that a torch, sure, be my guest. The new doesn't talk to you in this one. He just is like, pick one of these, doesn't matter which. This choice matters a lot less in randomizer in these flags than it does if you were just using regular item drops, which you can actually just save right there and go back in and look at it again. Alright, so there's nothing more for us to do in 1000 at all, so let's get out of here. This is the island of Ozzy's Fort. That is a last-ditch check because stuff in there is pretty painful. Or sealed chest. Thank you. Good RGL bot. Proud of you. Believe it's this side in 600. It's been a while since I've done these sealed chest checks. Usually there's worthy of ignoring. No, it's the other side. So next up after this, we have a couple of options. We can go through the items of the future. We can also finally do Donadero Mountains, which is a little bit on the long side, but it still checks as well. And it's early check, so it's probably got some sort of incentive for doing so. Let's go find out, and just make sure we're not orphaning something major. Could be a piece of a go mode item, which we still haven't seen any hour half on. I mentioned early game, once the Rolly Rider fight disappears, you can go ahead and do this fight for a bunch of early game AP. And just leave the area and then go right back in immediately and it'll just respawn. Just farm that as much as you need to. It's like 8 AP per, so it's actually pretty nice early on. If you don't have access to anything else. I don't think Ayla likes being slapped in the face. I'd best run through it while I can. Oh, you're so nice for giving me directions to keep going forward. What a swell guy. Thanks, Tata. We're gonna go check out that item he was actually just right next to. This is a forced fight. I'm not gonna take this one. Tata's not bad. He's a little bit misguided, but he's not a bad kid. Ignore that. We have a lot of power tabs now. Frog is a house. Holy crap. That's actually gonna make her heals stronger too, now that I think about it. Not that she ever really uses them, but good to have. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and climb up through, ignore that. This one's gonna, like, force spawn a couple of encounters, but we can just run from those too. These checks are completely unlogic, so we will be checking all of them, as opposed to the ones we were just at for, like, other parts of the areas with sealed chests and stuff. Bent hilt. Okay, that's a half of a go mode item. That'll be specifically if we can complete it, the ability to go into Magus Castle, which is kind of long for a go mode, but it's fine. If we can find the bent sword, that'll be the other half of it. A bent hilt is a miserable pile of shattered secrets. Go modes for this randomizer will be one of the following sets. Bent hilt, bent sword, Dreamstone and Ruby Knife, or Clone and Chrono Trigger. One of those three sets, both items in each set. That's our first piece of a go mode item right there. I'll take that if I have to. Not the preferable go mode, but it's better than Black Omen, which is the Airplane of Doom. That's one way to look at it. It reminds me of The Simpsons. That was a really old reference. Back in the days when The Simpsons was actually good. Nowadays, it's just not appealing to me anymore. The reason why we're not running left right there is because if you run left, it'll spawn a fourth set of 4 encounters that you cannot run from. It is a very, very slow time loss. Very painful one. So never run left, always run right on that particular screen. And you're pincered here so you can't run, so just block them. Sometimes the avian freelancers will fight you, other times they won't, so that's just bad luck right there. We got good luck both times on the waterfall freelancer, so it's fine. Yeah, so each of those 2 sets of key items will set up a particular go mode route. In these flags, those particular items for go modes are in regular boxes mostly, as opposed to bosses. That's why you're seeing me check every chest in the game for my go modes. Ooh, I didn't even press the A button to catch that, it just happened. Weird. For that. Okay. If you are too far down, or if you're like here and this guy's like right there, you can get knocked down into 2 different, I think it's 2 different parts right there. So don't do it. Time to get stopped by the fun police. First we're here for the Mazamoon, assuming this is actually a bent sword, but it's probably not. Every time you block one of them, you're gonna get counterattacks, so just focus down the same one. You want to focus down Mazza because Mazza is the less annoying of the 2 for counterattacks. It's a physical attack versus, I believe, it's sleep. So yeah. You're gonna watch him go Fusion Ha with himself. Because for some reason the second sprite is no longer there in this rando. Yakra's kind of annoying. Yakra's also about to get bonked in the face. This animation's awesome. Do it, do it. Not that one, this one. Whee! Just get yeeted for a lot of damage. I guess the drill move is cool too, but whatever. Okay, no problem. That's all for Donatello. The tracker a little bit. Get your next item check from this cutscene right here.